Item, SCP-938. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-938 is to be contained within Capacitor Bank 0 at Biocontainment and Research Site 06, Biocontainment and Research Site 07. This bank is to consist of 427,500 EPCOs B4345 capacitors, maintained within Storage Warehouse 0. Storage Warehouse 0 should be constructed of unreinforced high-strength concrete, its interior walls, floor, and ceiling lined with 5 cm of insulating PVC. The structure must be devoid of electrical wiring and systems. Lighting should be provided by fiber optic cables routed underground from adjacent structures. Neither the fiber optic cables nor their cladding may be electrically conductive. Storage Warehouse 0 should be a minimum of 50 meters from adjacent structures. Capacitor storage racks are to be positioned over the warehouse's built-in floor drains. Capacitors containing SCP-938 appear to seep a dark red fluid, identified as redacted blood, in a manner visually similar to condensation. This is normal, and not a sign that SCP-938 containment has been breached. This phenomenon may be ignored, provided Storage Warehouse 0's floor drains remain unobstructed and precautions are taken to ensure this blood does not interfere with capacitors positioned below. Should this phenomenon cease, Site Command is to be immediately informed of a potential breach of containment. Both the structure and Capacitor Bank 0 should be inspected by 4 Class D personnel supervised by 2 Clearance Level 2 research personnel and at least 1 Clearance Level 3 security officer weekly or immediately following any electrical storm occurring within 20 kilometers. No electronic devices are to be brought into Storage Warehouse 0 without prior authorization of Level 4 research staff. Personnel implanted with pacemakers or metallic implants are denied access to the facility. Inspection personnel are encouraged to carry secondary chemical light sources as a precaution against total lighting and power failure. Description: SCP-938 is a predatory electrical entity. The entity appears to exist as electrical potential of intensity similar to that which accompanies a moderate electrical storm. SCP-938 frequently travels with such storms. It enters electrical grids through lightning strikes, often causing a temporary loss of power. Upon infiltrating an electrical grid, SCP-938 typically selects a single occupied structure to monitor. While dormant within power grids, the only known indication of SCP-938's presence are anomalous readings by devices sensitive to electromagnetic fields. See below. SCP-938 becomes active upon an electrical storm entering within approximately 5 kilometers of its current location. Its behavior during this period of activity is characterized by interference with the function of electrical devices. See below, aimed at attracting the attention of individuals within the building. Individuals which attempt to interact with affected devices are electrocuted. In all but 2 recorded instances, this has resulted in the immediate cessation of all neural impulses. In the aforementioned 2 instances, only the victims' hearts were stopped, both were successfully resuscitated, and both experienced long-term deleterious effects attributable to SCP-938's assault. See Addendum November 16, 1987 for further information. Shortly afterward, SCP-938 returns to the atmosphere as lightning, rapidly dissociating to electrical potential and returning to its free state. SCP-938 has on at least 1 occasion vacated an occupied structure without attempting to attract the attention of its residents or visitors, and twice after successful efforts which appeared aimed at attracting the attention of singular individuals. Analysis of high-precision electromagnetic field readings indicate anomalous, highly localized intensity fluctuations consistent with human neural activity in the vicinity of SCP-938. Conservative estimates place the lower bound of distinct neural patterns at approximately 100,000. Of the 12 successfully isolated, 5 indicate average levels of conscious thought, 4 indicate levels of activity above the norm, consistent with elevated stress levels, and 3 are consistent with stage N3 NREM sleep. Periodically, SCP-938 will fixate on an individual. These individuals are designated SCP-938-A prior to feasibility of containment. SCP-938 was documented pursuing a single target for 36 years, 11 months, and 6 days until the target died of natural causes. The exact traits which prompt SCP-938 to fixate on an individual are unknown. In 12 of 19 recorded instances, SCP-938-A were documented to suffer from a number of disorders relating to stress or paranoia, including post-traumatic stress disorder, paranoid schizophrenia, and a number of severe phobias. These disorders are likely the result of extended proximity to SCP-938 and not a criterion by which it bases target selection. See Addendum April 13, 1979. Containment history of SCP-938 is available here. Addendum September 29, 1944, the electrical phenomenon commonly known as St. Elmo's fire provides SCP-938 with a direct route of attack. SCP-938 a redacted SCP-938. A Foundation Personal Security Detail redacted suffered acute UV burns and permanent blindness, died of resultant infections. Addendum April 13, 1979, several members of MTF-Theta-9 have reported subtle hallucinations and a vague sense of unease while in the vicinity of SCP-938. The most frequently reported hallucination has been irregular clusters of iridescent red eyes watching from poorly illuminated areas, including the shadows of personnel, foliage, and in a handful of reports, the night sky. Agent remarked he once mistook the phenomenon for stars. It is not believed to be a cause for concern at this time. Note February 22, 1990, personnel responsible for the routine inspection and maintenance of SCP-938 containment have witnessed similar hallucinations in the vicinity of Capacitor Bank 0 despite no knowledge of MTF-Theta-9's reports. Maintenance personnel most often report these as clusters of eyes in the spaces between capacitors. Addendum March 11, 1987, statistical observation of weather patterns within 3,000 km of SCP-938's confirmed locations, aimed at determining if SCP-938 is capable of altering local weather patterns, has proven inconclusive. Addendum November 16, 1987, the deleterious effects suffered by both known SCP-938 survivors are the erasure of significant stretches of memory and drastic alteration of both individuals' mannerisms and personalities. During subsequent evaluation, both profess to experience persistent feelings of depersonalization and derealization. Medical and psychological evaluation results are available to research personnel on request.